Hello, everybody. It's me, Devin, and I'm back with a guest. And we have Just Jammin, whose YouTube channel is outstanding. He does a lot of reactions to great music, like Kool and the Gang, Walter Hawkins, Christopher Cross, Tina Marie, Loose Ends.
Yep,
And
the
I
list just goes on and on.
Yeah, I was really hyped when I saw you did Dr. Buzzard's original Savannah band.
Mm. Yeah, that's
No,
a great
nobody
group.
talks about them really either. So that was really fantastic. But he also does reactions to Prince music, entire Prince albums, and his reactions are so genuine and very thoughtful. So it's great to have you here.
It's great to be
And
here.
I hope that everyone gets to know you and that they will head over to your channel and check out your reactions. Okay, so you're from Louisiana. We don't have to say where, we'll just keep it vague.
Yeah.
Uh, so you're from Louisiana. And just tell us a bit about yourself. Like, what are you into? Are you a musician? Do you come from a musical family? Just anything you can think of to kind of introduce yourself.
Yeah, that's. I don't really come from a musical background, to be honest. A lot of people like assume that because like I've done reactions to a lot of different musics that like how haven't I heard these songs or artists and stuff like that. But my parents really aren't into music like that. But so yeah, I haven't really no musical background, and I just kind of go into this blind. But I do really enjoy music a lot. I'm not a musician or anything. I do play some instruments when I'm trying to play. I play guitar a little bit. I'm trying to practice with that, and I used to play piano a lot. So yeah.
Okay. You said you used to play piano a lot, so you don't
Hmm.
play piano as much.
No, I don't play anymore at all.
Okay. You're just focusing on guitar.
Yeah, I'm trying to play guitar and
Okay.
learn.
Are you doing acoustic and electric?
Just electric for right now, but eventually I want to work my way into acoustic too.
Okay. Do you have any favorite genres and or artists other than Prince?
Favorite genres? It's very hard for me to dislike a genre of music. It's just all so good. Um, but my favorite would probably be like funk or R&B. Like those are some of my favorites, like go-to classics, and and as far as artists go, um, favorite artist other than Prince. That's I don't know. That's a hard one. Um, I don't know. Like I have so many like artists that I listen to, so it's hard to like pick one or another. Um, Maybe Stevie Wonder probably
Oh,
would be like a
okay.
second.
Are you interested in any like newer or current artists?
Not as much, but I've definitely grown to respect newer artists a bit more. Um, so yeah, I don't really have like a favorite newer artist, but I've definitely grown to respect and enjoy their music a bit more.
Hmm. And when did you start your channel?
Um, I started it a while back, but it wasn't like with reactions. It was more like, like small gaming videos and stuff like that. So, probably like 5 years ago, honestly. It's been a
Okay.
while.
And what made you decide to do reaction videos to music?
Well, I saw other people doing them, like just normal reactions, but it wasn't to music. And I don't know, I just kind of had like an interest to, get into music and explore music that I haven't heard before. So yeah, I just started doing it.
Did you also react to movies and other
Yeah,
genres too of like media?
yeah, a
Okay.
lot.
Yeah. So you're also really are you into movies as much as music or is one a little bit more than the other?
I say I'm more into music than movies.
Okay. And you watch a lot of classic movies too.
Yeah, those are
And
all like stuff that people request for me to check out.
okay. And you were into, I think, was it The Godfather?
Oh yeah, I love The Godfather. I
Okay.
just watched the third one like yesterday. It wasn't
Okay.
as not as good as the first two, but still, it was definitely
I
interesting
agree.
watch.
Yeah. I think the second one is my favorite, and then the first, and then the third one.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. What kind of music do your friends listen to the same kind of music as you, or is it a wide range?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't really have any friends.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Okay. 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 What inspired you to start reacting to Prince's music specifically?
I guess it was like somebody told me to do like the 1999 album. That's kind of what like set it off, to be honest. And once I did that, I was just kind of hooked. It was like I had to hear more of his music from that point.
So you started with 1999. That was the
Yeah,
first.
yeah, that was the first album I listened to. I listened to a few like tracks of his before that. Like I did Diamonds and Pearls. I did I think Raspberry Beret and another track.
I noticed, especially when you're listening to Prince's music, that you really pay attention to the production and you point out certain parts of the production that really stick out to you.
Mhm.
What are some of your favorite things that Prince does as a producer?
I don't know. It's just like the way he blends so many different instruments, and the way you can like easily do like a hip hop sounding funk, like R&B. Like I don't know. It's just so cool and unique. I've never heard that from any other artist.
What changes do you notice as far as production between the different albums? Like going from 1999 to, did you do Purple Rain next?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so like 1999, Purple Rain, and then like Around the World in a Day. Like, were there any differences that you noticed between just say
For
like
sure.
those three?
For sure. Like 1999 was more like in my opinion psychedelic funk, and Purple Rain had like a little bit of like a funk vibe, but also like a rock vibe. And from there to Around the World of the Day. Around the World of the Day was just psychedelic pop ish. I don't know, it's definitely a change between each album.
Yeah. And then from Around the World in a Day to Parade.
Yeah, that was definitely a big change. Like I don't know, like the way I love that he does that, like throughout so many different albums. Like the way he just changes the vibe of it. Like that one with the I guess French inspired vibe. It was definitely cool.
Yeah. You said that Prince is your favorite artist of all time. What aspects of his artistry make him your favorite artist?
For one, just being able to do what he does musically uh, between albums and stuff, that also like just his musicianship as well, like being able to play all these different instruments. I find that very commendable of an artist to be able to just do more than just sing. Also like his dancing and everything, like his performances is just insane.
So you watch his performances on YouTube. You like watch concerts and
Yeah, I watched a couple of them, and the Sign of the Times, that and all. Yeah,
oh yeah.
it's just yeah.
Okay, I remember when you reacted to the Love Sexy album. Somewhere in there, you mentioned your list of top albums from Prince,
Mhm.
and you said that Sign of the Times was number one, then 1999, Around the World in a Day, Prince, Purple Rain, Controversy, I think Dirty Mind, and then For You. Is that still kind of your list or has it
And
changed?
nah, it's definitely changed. Like
Okay.
I've heard so many different albums, and Yeah, Tom really has a effect on like your perception of how good an album is, or and all that. So yeah, it's definitely changed tremendously.
Okay. What would you say are your top three? If you had to pick a top three today, what would they be?
Um, Definitely Sign of the Times for being there. Um, mm, Maybe Purple Rain because I've really like grown to appreciate that album a bit more. Um, and then for a final, mm, maybe Love Sexy because I
Okay.
really love the production and just feel that album a lot.
And you now have you done any of his instrumental or jazz albums?
Yeah, I've done a few of them at this point, but I haven't like uploaded them yet. I've done Expectations, or I think Expectations. I did I guess what's the name of that album?
Kama Sutra?
Yeah, I did Kama Sutra as well, and also the jazz influenced spiritual album. I forgot Rainbow Children.
Rainbow Children.
I guess that would count maybe.
Okay.
Uh, and I'm about to do News as well, the News
Okay.
album.
Okay. What do you think of him as like in that sort of realm of like jazzy, instrumental? What do you think of him doing that?
I think he does it well in his own way. Like he does it, but also like his own spin on it. Um, in a lot of ways as well. I do feel like Sign of the Times was kind of like not super jazzy, but like it had a lot of jazz elements in my opinion. Sign of the Times.
Do you prefer for the super deluxe versions of like Purple Rain, 1999, and Sign of the Times? Do you prefer the original recordings or do you also enjoy the super deluxe a little more or less?
Actually, I've really been enjoying the deluxe versions more than the original recordings. But I still like the original recordings, like the rawness of them.
Yeah. How do you, because you do a very good job of like navigating the comments, whether it's, choosing a song or an album that people recommend or just you give really good feedback in the comments. How do you decide, especially with the Prince stuff, how do you decide in the comments like which one you're going to do next?
Usually it's based on the like how relevant a song is. Like if I see somebody comment like one particular song a lot of times, most likely I'll check it out because that would mean like it's a better song. But for the most part, that's basically it.
Okay. So it seemed like you really enjoyed the Rainbow Children
Mm, yes.
and the song Mellow in particular.
Yeah.
What was it about that song or just the Rainbow Children in general that you really liked?
I mean, that song, just the overall vibe of it is definitely, it speaks for itself. It's a great song, easy to listen to. The entire album I really enjoy. Like, it's very, I mean, this is kind of like how his last, albums have been. It's like kind of been leading up to that album. Very spiritual album. Um, it's a lot you can take away from it. And yeah, I really enjoy it. But my favorite song, like as of right now, is definitely Last December. Last
Oh,
December is such a good song.
yeah. And there's a lot of changes in that song, a
Yeah.
lot of musical changes in that song. Yeah,
Hmm.
so really good. Do you have, of the albums you've listened to so far, do you have a favorite sort of like album ender, like the last song of a particular album?
Uh, Geez, that's actually maybe the Love, Sexy, Positivity.
Mm, mhm.
I like that as an ender, like on a positive note.
Yeah. You really, I always like when you pause it and just sort of like freak out for a minute when you hear something that's like really grabs your attention and you'll
Yeah.
pause it and you'll either like look up the lyrics or you'll try to find out more about, who is that singing or who is that, on bass or you do a really good job of like getting a full picture of what you're listening to.
Mm, yeah. And with Prince, like I feel like it's necessary to have lyrics up at all time because you just never know what he's gonna say or what this means or yeah,
And he makes up words too. So
yeah.
like what Hundalicilia, like what, you know. Do you have from certain eras? So like the first two albums were in the 70s, and then you have the 80s, and then the 90s, 2000s, 2010s. Are there certain albums from each period? You kind of said for the 80s, which albums are like your favorites. But from the other eras, are there particular albums or songs that stick out as like a favorite?
I say from the '90s era, Emancipation was also I feel like a pretty big album, with it being 3 discs and like every track. Well, not every track was perfect or great on that album, but for the most part, like it was definitely a solid album. Um, the Come album, I really enjoyed that one a lot. Just the overall feel of that, and I don't know, the list can go on and on. To be
Yeah.
honest.
It was interesting your reaction to the Old Friends for Sale album.
Mm,
Because I think that one sort of gets forgotten, I think. And that's a really jazzy album too. It has some really
yeah, for
jazzy moments.
sure.
So are you going to keep doing Prince's albums basically through like Welcome to America and then
Most definitely. I'm gonna try and do every song, every album that I
wow.
can find.
Okay. So after you complete the albums, what are you gonna do? Are you just gonna do like unreleased tracks, or do you know yet?
Probably some unreleased stuff.
Okay,
Hopefully, they put out more stuff. That
yeah,
would really be nice.
I have a feeling by the time you get to Welcome to America, there'll be more like super deluxe versions of
Yeah, probably.
yeah,
Hopefully.
yeah. Have you gotten like your parents into Prince's music at all?
uh, no, I mean, I haven't really tried, but yeah, I feel like they wouldn't really get into it like that. I mean, my mom, she's seen like a few of his performances, and every time she's just not into it. She's like too weirded out.
Okay, is there anything about being a Prince fan that's very frustrating? And I'm just gonna make that a broad question. Any part of it that's frustrating for you?
I feel like the most frustrating part of being a fan of his music is when people like who don't really know who he is or anything, they see him for the first time and think that that he, I, I don't know how to put it. It's like people think I'm like weird because I listen to Prince's music or like because of the way he looks and stuff like that. But it's like, man, if they only knew like the music or talent that he had, it would be a different story.
Yeah.
That and I guess from like a reaction standpoint, like the copyright stuff, but it doesn't really affect me that hard. But
Are there any other thoughts you wanted to share about Prince that we didn't touch on, or his music, or learning about him, or
I don't know. I guess just him talking about him as an artist. I really do just like genuinely the way he was able to incorporate so many different styles of music, into his discography. Like he dabbled in like everything, and I really like that. It's just no matter how I feel or what I feel like listening to, I know that he has a song. Like if I feel like listening to R&B or like some hip hop based stuff, it's like everything.
and have you gotten into any of his? I can't remember if you. I think I've seen you do some like Sheila E. stuff, but
Yeah.
have you done any other like associated artists?
Yeah, I've done two Sheila E. albums. I've done recently another artist from Paisley Park Records. I forgot her name, but I did her recently. I haven't uploaded it yet. Um, and I'm gonna be doing like some MPG albums too. So yeah, I
Okay.
guess that's about it.
Yeah. I immediately thought of the Exodus album.
Yeah, people have been telling me to do that album like
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. That's a good. It'll be really fun to watch your reaction, especially to the little comedy sketches on there.
Oh
There's
yeah,
like comedy
those are
sketches.
nice.
And the thing with those is they really go from ear to ear because there's
Mm,
all these voices. There's like you'll hear like Sonny Thompson over here, and it'll be like Prince doing like some voice, some like Italian accent or something over here, and it's just you gotta listen like multiple times to get all the dialogue because it's insane. You're probably gonna get into like the time at some
yeah,
point.
probably at some point. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Oh, I did notice you really liked Diamonds and Pearls and the Love Symbol albums. And I think those, I found that very interesting because usually when people really like, let's just say like 80s Prince stuff, it's kind of hard for them to get into the 90s stuff.
Mm,
So I thought
yeah.
it was really interesting that you really enjoyed Diamonds and especially those back to back Diamonds and Pearls and the Love Symbol album.
Yeah, I thought they were great albums. I don't understand, like, and people apparently don't like the track "Strolling" from Diamonds and Pearls too. That's just weird. Like, yeah, it's weird to me. Apparently, it's like Prince fans that don't like it, but I'm like, which Prince fans do you know? Because yeah,
Great song.
yeah, it's a great song and it's a great album. I like
Yeah.
Love Symbol more than Diamonds and Pearls though, if I'm being honest. Like, I don't know, I like Diamonds and Pearls was a nice album, but I don't know. I like Love Symbol a bit more.
Yeah. I think I do too. I think as I've gotten older, I really like Love Symbol a little more than Diamonds and Pearls.
Yeah.
That was just there was a lot going on with that one too. Like the little sort of rock opera throughout.
On Love Symbol? Or
Yeah, like Three Chains of
oh yeah,
Gold.
Three Chains of Gold. Yeah.
Yeah. And that song always reminded me of a little bit of like Bohemian Rhapsody by
Yeah.
Queen.
But, like people were telling me that it was like a tribute to that. I'm not sure if it was,
Oh, I
but
didn't know that. Okay.
that's what people were telling me. But I'm not sure if that's true or not.
Okay. Oh, that would make sense. Okay, so where can people get a hold of you? Are you mainly on YouTube or are you
Yes,
on Twitter or any of the other social
I'm
media?
mainly on YouTube. They can find me just searching Just Jammin on YouTube. I have a Twitter and Instagram, but I will be honest, I don't use them at all. I'm not like I'm a social media person, but like not at the same time.
Okay. So you're not regularly posting on Twitter or any other
No, barely
platform.
ever.
Okay. Oh, and you do have Patreon, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Uh, Patreon.com/JustJammin.
Okay. All right. We really appreciate you hanging out with us, and I hope people head over to the channel and check out your Prince reactions, but also just the wide array of artists that you listen to. It's exciting, and you can even get exposed to some music that you haven't heard or haven't heard in a while. So that's just keep up the good work because you're doing a great job and very, very genuine.
I
So it's
really
great to watch
appreciate it
that.
from the bottom of my heart.
Absolutely. So we'll be seeing you around. And
Okay.
thanks everybody for joining us here on Prince's Friend. We'll see you next time. Peace and be wild.